Hello, friends. Hope you are all doing well in this period. You know that you have to take care of yourself very well in this time. Okay. Now we are going to start a science subject of 10th standard. Now, before going into any chapter, you have to understand what are there inside this book. Okay. We are going in the perspective will be the same of 9th standard itself. 9th standard, you are having chemistry, biology, physics, and the last it was which one? Environmental science. In the same order, this time also you are having. Now, just look into the chapter 1 to 5, you'll be having chemistry, chemical reactions and equation. Now, what is chemical reactions? Okay, when one substance is mixed with another substance, you're getting a third substance. Now, the third substance is known as the product, and before that two is known as the reactant. So this reactant, when they are mixed together, you're getting a product. So that is the chemical reaction. And when you're writing this thing in a mathematical form, that is known as the equation. Okay, so that in that chapter you'll be learning about different types of chemical reaction, how the reactions are made inside and outside. Okay, there are conditions, atmosphere, and different perspective in that thing. Now the next thing is about acid. Second chapter, acid, base, and salt. Now the simple way of acid. Now you know any acid that is used in your house. Any guess? Yeah. There is lemon is there, vinegar is there. That are the examples of acids. Okay. The base. Can you tell me any example of a base? Yes, exactly. Your detergent, your soap, okay, the soap you're using for bath and all that thing, that is the simple example of a base. Okay, and the third one is salt. Salt, you can understand with the name itself, the salt you use every day, the common salt, NaCl, sodium chloride, is also known as the salts. Okay, it is neither salts are neither acid nor base. So you are going to learn in detail about the properties, the physical properties, the chemical properties of acid, base, and salt in the second chapter. Now going to the third chapter, that is metals and non-metals. It's very simple, and you are learning from the last years also what are metals and what are non-metals. Metals, when they strike together, you will get a soundless sound you will get. And non-metal, if you strike it, is it not be getting? Mostly non-metals are in gaseous states. So that is a different thing. So here we will be learning out in metals and non-metals. You will be learning about the physical properties and also the chemical properties in detail of this metals and non-metals. The next chapter is carbon and its compound. Okay, you have to remember that last year in ninth standard, in the fourth chapter, you learn about valency. In that valency, you have learned that I have told also that carbon is having a valency of 4. Okay, now last year you know that when the valency is 1, okay, 1, you will give away the 1 and he will get what he means, the metal will be getting what positive charge. Okay, and that is known as the cation. And when 2 or 5 6 7 it is there, it will be what gaining one or two or three electrons. When it is gaining of electron, it will get what negative charge. When it is giving away electrons, it will get what positive charge. तो जब दे रहा है तभी उसको positive charge, जब ले रहा है उसको क्या आएगा negative charge. And carbon was the condition at that time also. I said that carbon is a condition whether the valence is 4. And then this chapter you're learning about the new concept, that is sharing of electron. ये 4 इलेक्ट्रॉन जो वैलेंसी में है वो 4 इलेक्ट्रॉन देगा भी नहीं, वो लेगा भी नहीं. It will be shared between, and that type of bonding is known as covalent bonding. Okay, so you'll be learning about carbon and its properties. Okay, कार्बन का ही बना होता है. सिंपल एग्जांपल में बोले तो कार्बन से ही बना होता है ग्राफाइट, और कार्बन से ही बना होता है डायमंड. ग्राफाइट जो होता है आपके पेंसिल के लेड में जो होता है ग्राफाइट होता है, उसको बहुत इजीली यू कैन ब्रेक इट लाइक चॉक. इट इज वेरी ब्रिटल. And diamond on the other side, it is the strongest material in the whole world, strongest material in the whole world. So that is the difference between carbon, means it's allotropsky difference, all that you'll be learning in this fourth chapter. The next thing is classification, periodic classification of elements. Now whenever you learn about classification, your word classification, the simple classification in your class will be done what boys and girls. In the same way, elements are needed to be classified from the generation past. Okay, metals हुआ, non metals हुआ, salts हुआ, इनको सबको कहाँ पर position डाले. Okay, ये position देना, giving them an appropriate position, that is what it is happening in this periodic classification of elements. So it is an interesting chapter. It's a small chapter also, and it is giving means it's a four mark chapter. Okay, you'll be learning getting the marks and allotment. You'll be getting it later. Okay, so that is the chemistry section for now. Okay, the next section is biology section from chapter 6. From chapter 6 to 9, you will be having biology. Okay, now the first chapter in biology is life process. Now, life process is a very interesting chapter actually. Okay, whatever it is happening inside your body, we will be discussing about that thing. Okay, now uske andar pehle hai now first action. What you do first action now when in a quarantine mode also, you the first thing you do is what eating. Okay, so eating, आप खाना खाना कैसे खाते हो, how you are taking in the food, what you're doing inside the mouth, you're chewing and the saliva, how it is coming, and then it is passing to the food pipe. Food pipe is also known as the esophagus, and then in the esophagus it is going to the stomach and small intestine, large intestine, where the digestion process happens. So human digestion system, you'll be learning about human digestion system. ये system से अभी देखो यहाँ पर खाना खा रहे हैं और खाने को क्या करते हैं, replace कर देते हैं blood में. Okay, now blood यहाँ पर फॉर्म हो जाता है, पर वो ब्लड जो है स्टमक में खाली रहेगा तो चलेगा क्या? नो, इट इज नॉट पॉसिबल. It can't be stored only in the stomach, so it should be passed or circulated in all over the body. So that's why we need a pumping device, and that pumping device is what? Our heart. Our heart is the pumping device, and from that heart, so we'll be learning about heart, the structure of heart, how the circulation is happening, how the double circulation is happening inside our body, all that thing, and also that at the last, the excretion system. Okay, the system, excretion system, we'll be discussing all that thing in this life process chapter. So basically you'll be enjoying in this chapter. The next one is control and coordination. Control and coordination, you know that every computer has a CPU which controls all the things. Okay, and the other stuff, other monitor, keyboard, it is coordinating with the control. So in the same way, in our body, the main control system is our brain. With the brain, there is one more thing, our backside, that is the spinal cord. So spinal cord is also important. Now brain and spinal cord gives the direction towards our hand bole to iske na muscles. Okay, muscles are the basic thing. So they are coordinating when I'm moving my hand from this place to this place. Okay, now there's a control and a coordination. The control is from the brain and the coordination is by the muscle. So this is known as control and coordination. So you'll be learning about brain. Okay, structure of brain, how spinal cord has been doing, what is the reflex action, reflex arc. Okay, अब कभी भी कोई भी गर्म चीज को आप हाथ लगाते हो, तुरंत आप हाथ ऊपर ले लेते हो. Now why you're doing all that thing? Okay, about that we'll be discussing this control and coordination chapter. Then the next one is how do organism reproduce. Now reproduce yani you're getting a new offspring. Now whenever a male gamete and a female gamete, when they fuse together, it forms a zygote yani naya beings. From a father and a mother, you get a child. Okay, a daughter or a son. So this daughter and son is known as the offspring. So how in unisexual, okay, bisexual, okay, in organism and plants, the new offspring has been produced. All that things will be discussing how do organism reproduce. Now the next chapter is hereditary and evolution. There's always this thing, evolution. Now in according to Charles Darwin theory, we came from chimpanzee. So how we actually came from chimpanzee, okay, whether there was anyone before our chimpanzee, okay, all that things we'll be discussing in this hereditary and evolution chapter. So basically from chapter number 6 to 9, you're having the biology section. Now the next section is the physics, the interesting section. Okay, in that thing, problem sums and all that thing will be extra there. Okay, now you have to understand the concept, and only then you can learn this from 10 to 13 chapter. You have to understand and learn. Now the first thing is light reflection and refraction. Eighth chapter, I suppose, eighth standard, I suppose that you have learned already what reflection and refraction. When an incident ray is on a incident ray is forming, making an angle theta with the plane, it is reflecting at the same angle. Okay, that is angle of incidence is equal to angle of reflection, and the normal of the between them will be all in the same plane. Same plane यानी क्या होगा? X and Y axis. So reflection, that is the reflection. The next one is refraction. Reflection और refraction में एक ही medium है, एक यहाँ से लाइट आया, यहाँ से ऊपर गया, एक ही मीडियम है. Now when we are talking about refraction, there is two mediums. Okay, suppose my hands upper side is air and hands bottom side is water. Okay, एक साइड एयर है, मीडियम वन में एयर है और मीडियम टू में वाटर है. सो व्हेन लाइट इज पासिंग फ्रॉम अ air area to water, okay, at that time what property difference is happening, that is what refraction is. Okay, so you'll be learning about that also. Concave lens, convex lens, concave mirror, convex mirror. About this four types of lens and mirror you are going to learn in this chapter. The next thing is human eye and our colorful world. Okay. Now, whenever it is telling about human eye, you have to remember that your eye. You'll be learning about the structure of eye. Okay, and also the defects of eye. Now, you can see that I'm using a spec, so I'm having a defect, obviously. So this defect, now my defect is myopia. In terms of science, it is known as myopia, or it is known as nearsightedness. Means मेरे को पास का दिखाई देता है और दूर का मेरे को दिखाई नहीं दे रहा. That is what myopia. The next condition is what hypermyopia, presbyopia. In that thing, in the defects, you'll be learning basically. And then the next thing is what, from a light, from white light, you're emerging into different colors. You can see different colors in the rainbow itself. Okay. Now, how the rainbow it is forming, how there are different colors with geo you have learned before, how that colors are coming, all that things we'll be learning in this human eye and colorful world. The next thing is electricity. Now, how electricity is produced? Okay, because of what reason electricity is produced? It is a basic, one simple thing is that when electrons are moving, okay, electricity is being produced. Okay, always remember that the electrons जिस direction में जा रहे हैं उसके opposite direction में होएगा क्या, what, the electricity. So that's why we are always marking this from positive to negative. Okay, electron flow. That is why the means electricity ka direction हम लोग positive to negative mark करते हैं. Okay, about that thing. And the next thing we will be learning about in that thing is the potential difference. Okay, now lastly you remember that Narendra Modi ji has asked that you have to shut off your light and fan lights of all the houses and all that at night 9 o'clock. But on that day, what there before that many messages came that switch on your ACs and all that, because already बाकी सब जगह lights मतलब क्या बाकी shutdown है, इसके लिए power का usage कम है. तो power का usage कम होने के कारण there will be a potential difference. ये potential difference के कारण मतलब एक जगह अपने normally बहुत current use करते थे, अभी तुरंत अगर कम use करने लग गए तो क्या होता है, grid जो होता है वो failure हो जाता है, ग्रिड बैलेंस नहीं कर पाता. तो वो ग्रिड को बैलेंस करने के लिए आपके घर पे क्या किया कि एसी या फिर फ्रिज हुआ वो सबको ऑन करके रखने के लिए बोला था, ताकि वो बैलेंस में रहे. एक साथ सबने ऑफ कर दिया तो क्या हो जाएगा, ये पूरा आपका जो बाकी डिवाइसेस है वो डिस्ट्रॉय होने का चांसेस था. Okay, so all that thing about all that thing means different aspects in the electricity voltage and all that thing we'll be learning about this 12th chapter, electricity. The next chapter is magnetic effect of electric current. Now, whenever an electric current is passing, you know that some attraction is there. Okay, any other attraction is there. So whenever an electricity is passing, there is a coil is there, means there is a magnetic coil is swirling around it. Okay, now this magnetic field, okay, how, what is the importance of this magnetic field, all that things we'll be learning in this 13th chapter. And you'll be knowing more about how the motor, okay, in a fan, how the motor has been working, in a generator मतलब current कैसे बनाते हैं, transform means in the this हाइड्रो इलेक्ट्रिसिटी मतलब डैम में से पानी निकल के आ रहा है तो उसमें से कैसे टर्बाइन घूम के आपको करंट फॉर्म हो रहा है, उसका बेसिक प्रिंसिपल यू विल बी लर्निंग इन दिस चैप्टर. सो इलेक्ट्रिक मोटर एंड इलेक्ट्रिक जनरेटर, इट्स अ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट एस्पेक्ट इन दिस चैप्टर, मैग्नेटिक इफेक्ट्स ऑफ इलेक्ट्रिक करंट. सो बेसिकली फ्रॉम 10 to 13 is your physics department. Okay, the next one is the last is the environmental science. Now environmental science basically it is very easy sections. Okay, the marks are also less, but you can learn it yourself because you are learning it from the past years. Also in your ss also you're learning this thing. Sources of energy, you can see that what are the sources of different sources of energy. You're having nuclear energy, you're having solar energy, you're having wind energy, hydro energy. So different types of energy, how the energies are formed, coal. Okay, so different types of energy, how it is being formed, all that thing you'll be learning about in sources of energy. Our environment is our surrounding. Okay, what should be done in our surrounding, how we can protect it. Okay, what are the means disadvantages of the environment that we are doing, what are the advantages we are taking from the environment. So all that thing we'll be discussing in that chapter. The last chapter is management of natural resources. Now whenever any new thing, it means whenever any things are there, you need to manage them properly. If the management is not proper, everything will be devastated. Okay, it will be destroyed eventually. So every resources are required to be managed in a system, in a such a system that it will be there for the future generation also. It is not that only we are going to reside, the future generation will also be have to reside in the same earth itself. Okay, so these are the 16 chapters that you're going to learn in this year. Is that clear this much? Hope you're clear with this thing. Now we'll be discussing the first chapter. Thank you.